Hey,
Is that Zambia?
daughter.
Oh wait, Mzambi.
Yeah, listen to this voice.
Okay.
You don't remember this? Hey.
Ngiyamuza but bengazi ukuthi ubuyile.
No, Akabuya, this is an old track.
Old track.
Oh, okay.
This is an old track.
It's from the first album, actually.
Aish. This guy.
You know, I bumped into this track like earlier in the week. And I was thinking, when last did they do like a hip hop track engine, like soulful?
Yeah.
You know, like, angazi kabeka njani, bro.
No, but over and above Mzambi, I think the minute Uzola became persona non grata on the basis of activities in the society. But if Uzola simkhanselang, this is Zola's vein, ne?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Hip hop is fundisa hip hop edge. Oh, okay, wait. Our vein is not so bad. I mean, now Uzola is the one. So angazi Uzola ngomzambi shame. Because this sounds good.
But you know what I don't like? To be honest, I know he had some good songs where he was singing.
Yes.
Uzon.
Yes.
But I used to love that guy's fucking raps,
Man,
man.
rap.
Yo! I was like, what?
Now that's a different topic. Was Zola a Kwaito artist or a rapper?
He was
He's a rapper.
He was a Drake. You can sing, rap, dance, like before our times type thing. Because at the time, SiPedi pioneered this, for instance.
Yeah.
It's weird to go to a hip hop artist is dancing and singing.
Exactly.
Yeah. But when he dropped a video, like, oh, this works.
So you know this question has started fights. I've seen it start fights. I'm serious.
Question that.
Was Zola a Kwaito artist or a rapper?
But
He was a good artist.
Wait.
He was an artist.
No, guys. But we're being unfair because those Kwaito guys, they were rapping. Abo Kabelo were rapping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Understand?
No, out there, yeah.
Yeah, but Abo, who do they have? Yes.
Yes.
Kheuzen was rapping. Yeah. Understand? So what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. Amapiano is just a grown-up Kwaito, right?
Almost like a rebranding.
Yes.
The rebranding
Because of the people you have to cater to now.
Yeah.
But then the question is, do we necessarily have to divide hip hop, SA hip hop, and Amapiano? Because if you listen to Amapiano, those niggas are rapping now.
Yeah.
Maybe at first they were just doing taglines, you understand? But now they rapping. You listen to Pasta 929.
Listen, I was going there. Do you know who introduced this whole verse and chorus thing?
Okay.
There's these two boys. I think maybe they almost look alike. I think they're related. Zuma and Reese Madlisa.
Okay. Oh yes.
Those two guys, because Basta is the producer.
Yes.
He features them.
Yes.
It's his squad. I think they're squad. Basta is the producer. Basta and Mr. Jazik. They feature these two guys. Those two guys will hit you with punchlines.
Hey.
Like proper punchlines.
And I think just on that point, and I think we're doing disservice to music while I'm Zanzi if we want to separate those two. Because you look at the biggest guy now, Focalistic.
Yeah.
Focalistic is rapping
On piano beats.
And he was a fully fledged on hip hop beats, but now he's doing it on piano beats.
No, 100%. Just like the same way you go to Zola, why a rapper and hence the following there, we existing base or with equator, it's just like, oh wait, this is so dope over and above God. So
talk about Zola.
So are we saying Kwaito beats where boom bap beats slow down? Are we saying that?
What?
Are we saying Kwaito beats where boom bap beats slow down?
Yes, I agree.
almost
You agree?
I agree.
And then if you were to end on a hip hop in your blood, you could venture into hip hop with those beats.
Yeah.
But listen to this, bro. Hey,
And even if I got my own CD, I'm the same old G. Never a spy. It's all along, you thought I was sexy. Now you see me on TV, you tell about the good thing sexy. If you West, to blow man up, who's on now? Skip me now when it's all over, Ibadelam, Yanazi Badelam, KB, get your Rafik Hayanam. I'm fresh from the cars. Last time you saw me, then Shy get offended. And things have gone west now. Shy get scandalous. And from the 80s, Pusha Wangalum Sabalazo.
Hey, boom, shit, boom, boom. This is hip hop, dog.
This is hip hop, bro.
Hey,
So we've agreed. Zola is a rapper.
of course.
Zola is a rapper.
And that's why I was so pissed off when he featured on Any Minute Now.
But he was singing.
He was on 2 songs, and both times he's singing. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, Ukespa says he's a hip hop artist. He's featuring another hip hop artist.
Kinda.
And both of them are singing. Oh, yeah.
Said kinda.
That's why I said he says.
Okay. Apparently, the new album he's working on is piano. He's going the vocalistic route.
Is it?
It
It makes sense as well. Look, Casper has always been commercially
Viable.
successful and viable, but you know, I'm up here and I'm taking off gentlemen.
Yeah, you can't ignore them.
Given his nature, though, he's gonna wanna jump on the bandwagon. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He's a commercially successful artist.
Yes,
Up on the track,
lyrically.
the one and only rapper for life.
Ammunition, dog.
Ammunition's all up.
Where's Amu?
Was a massacre.
You know, Amu. The last time I heard of Amu was when he won best hip hop album at the 2013. Was it 2013, 2014 Summers with the Principal.
No, I think he's more into production.
Oh, now he's into.
Even though I haven't heard what he's producing.
Yeah.
But I remember he wasn't really a rapper.
Amu was a producer.
Yeah, he was a producer.
I must say, I really enjoy watching Amachite hip hop like you guys. Oguti, what you just said to me is this. Where is Ammunition? Yeah, because you say, even though I haven't heard his productions, I haven't heard his songs,
But
he must be in the background.
He must be.
That nigga's a godfather.
Nah, he's the godfather.
100%, but he needs to hit
You know,
something.
the first time I heard of Amune was Attention.
Okay.
Attention. Who is that?
Oh yeah.
With Proverb and Mr. Sylvan.
But it sounds like immediately after that, Uvele what's anything he does.
Like after that, I was like, you know what? This guy,
Whatever he does, I'm in there.
It's crazy.
And then they're not to saying I'm sure to love.
This guys. But anyway, let's start the show, man. Let's start the show. We're back with it. Big Murph.
What's up, big man?
Yeah, man, I'm good. What's happening? How's the week, dog?
Week has been long, man.
Is it?
It's been one of the longest weeks, eh?
Still running from those pictures, man.
Yeah.
I think.
In short, yeah.
You know what I think? I think, everyone's got a role to play in any environment. I think Marv can be our pimp guy. Yeah, I think Marv can.
On the basis of discussion, he said I'm outside.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think he's got the access.
Yeah,
Access to this world.
No. Yeah, the access, I won't lie. Yeah. It's
Must just try and find a way to monetize it now.
exactly. I need to be done. What's this guy who liked hanging around Snoop? He's a pastor now.
I can't remember his name.
Cake friendly.
No. Don. He's the Don. The Don father. He calls himself the Don father. Okay. He was a pimp. Now he's a pastor. He goes. He
Talk
goes
about a career change. Eh?
He goes to his sermons with 3 or 4 ladies.
No, but for me, with both having the same bottom line, make as much money as you can.
Yeah. Monetize it.
Absolutely.
Monetize it,
Might
bro.
be coming with 3 different ideologies, but money has to be made. That's the bottom line.
You know, there's a pastor called what's his name? Cash. What is Dollar? His name is Dollar. Yeah, but he's a pastor. Cash Crew Dollar or something. He's even 50.
Oh, it's Creflo Dollar.
Creflo Dollar. Yeah.
Oh, you know him?
He knows him.
Yes, but I was under the impression that somehow his surname is correlating with the currency of the US.
It's,
I wasn't aware that it's a stage name.
he's a pastor.
Oh, so basically hint,
I-
hint.
He's monetizing it. Like, come on. You know, I first heard of that guy on a 50 Cent song. I think it was from the first album. What was Cash Fruit Dollar? I think it's from Hustler's Ambition. And I heard of Cash Fruit Dollar, and I like reading lyrics. And I was like, what's this?
Who's Griffith
What's
Dollar?
this? And you Google. Oh, this ninja.
He's a pastor.
He's a pastor.
You know what? Actually, talking about pastors. Did you guys pick up on this thing? What is this nigga called? The guy was apologizing with his wife on camera.
Derrick.
Derrick
Jaxn, something, yeah.
Derrick Jaxn.
Derrick Jaxn. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Derrick Jaxn.
Great
You-
surname.
Firstly, before we go into what he was talking about,
Yeah.
would you guys ever apologize on camera?
Never.
Huh?
Never. It's a private matter.
Okay, for me, here's the thing, ne? So, you mentioned previously that some other people have done this, Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If you live a public life, gentlemen, know this. You cannot decide which aspect of your life we're going to be focusing on. So, you know how when your wife, you live a private life and you do, some nasty stuff and then she forgives you.
Yeah.
In that community, her staying is equivalent of her standing next to you in the podium, quite honestly. But if you live your life in the private light and what, people are going to have questions, as in, why do women do this? But honestly speaking, she just stood up, she stayed with her man.
Hey.
But him with his platform being online,
No, but you know history with that guy, ne?
what happened?
This guy is one of those guys that are called simps. You know, a simp is the guy who sucks up to women and makes all other men look bad because he wants to be the angel to save the day. You understand? So this guy has been going around for years making videos like
Advising women.
and also like shitting on men. You understand? So now that's why it became a big thing.
Because my understanding is he took on a pastor who had cheated.
Yes.
Immediately after he made his opinion, people are like, whoa, dude, listen, have you seen this video of you?
No.
You know what's painful about this situation with Derrick, ne? If he was the online Derrick, the relationship expert. They call him the relationship expert.
Yes, he calls himself a relationship expert.
That's his brand.
Yes. You know what he would have told his wife? Leave that nigga.
Oh,
Exactly.
That's what he would have told his wife.
Yes.
If he was to take himself outside of his body, divide himself, he was gonna tell the wife sitting with the nigga on the couch, yo, sister, leave that nigga.
I think it would have gone even to the point of mockery.
Exactly.
Are you really asking this?
Exactly.
He cheated on
He
you.
cheated.
You found out. And
But-
this is relationship based, né?
But
So
then-
he's saying now, listen, for me to apologize to the people that know me, I need you looking embarrassed as a
Thank
motherfucker
you.
next to me.
Thank you.
Lale.
Looking like a clown.
Wait,
Exactly.
guys, listen to this fucking
This
punk here,
nigga.
bro. Yes.
I hate this nigga. I don't like using the word hate, but I hate this
Today I
nigga,
am joined by
bro.
my lovely wife, Danae.
I love my
And
wife.
we just wanted to address a couple of things. You know, we understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this
It's we. It's not I. What else?
But the entire clip is the only person speaking.
Yes.
And speaking aggressively and almost like maybe we need to look into some domestic things there.
Yeah.
She looks like a fucking. She's
Hostage.
Just
hostage.
there,
Yeah?
like, bitch, you better sit here
Stockholm
and
syndrome
shut your
type thing.
mouth.
Honestly speaking, he keeps saying, and you pointed this correctly, you pointed this out correctly, he keeps saying we, but she doesn't say a word. But it's not just the body language and what he's saying. Look at how he's clutching at her head. Almost like,
Wait. Let me play this further. Let me play. Hear this fucker, bro.
chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, you know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing.
Basically cheating. Everything is explaining. For instance, okay, Tony, the minute you start getting into third person references,
Third person, like
you try to move yourself away.
Let's all look at this as an object, the getting error. He says, Derrick Jaxn, okay, I understand all of this, but here's the other question that you were raising. One, why the video? It might be explained by he lives on the online streets. Okay, that's fine. But also, why the silence from the wife? Because we've had, you said Bill Clinton, you know, it might come to mind, whatnot, but the wife had a chance to speak for 7 minutes after he made his speech.
I'm saying, Minasiana, when he starts off and he's like, Derrick Jaxn might have been involved.
Might.
So
might.
If you don't know,
might.
If you don't know Derrick Jaxn, you might be thinking this might be the spokesperson.
Yeah. No, but then he goes on, he counts all things. What's worse than when you talk about cheating than having sex? That's like the final nail, dog. It's like
he says there might have been some sex involved, some flirting involved. That dude, listen.
That's the final, bro.
The minute there's some sex involved.
Okay, let's hear it, bro.
And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows.
He's a bullshitter. Huh? He's a bullshitter.
He is bullshitting, man.
This nigga is a bullshitter. He's like, when I listened and checked that whole thread of videos, you know what I thought of? Duduzane Zuma.
Oh yeah?
What?
Duduzane is an original bullshitter.
Oh, the smooth talking.
The smooth talking. Okay. Duduzane can tell you, my man, I love what you're doing, even though he doesn't know you.
He said that to McG. McG was interviewing like,
I love. McG asked him if he was fucking Tuli Pongol.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Straight up, are you fucking Tuli Pongol? I was like, McG.
There are some questions you must never pose in public.
McG. No. I'm not saying I don't know her, and I'm not saying I know her. What the fuck? Just give us the answer. Is it a yes? I'm not saying
there or not.
I'm not saying I know her, and I'm not saying I don't know her.
And the question is not, do you know her?
No, it's, are you fucking Tuli Pongol? The nigga.
It could be hell no or my way.
You know how that nigga financed that question? He didn't even answer it.
Until the interview in
He financed it to a point where you feel satisfied that, okay, he said something. Yeah. But when you sit back and think about it, this nigga didn't answer the question.
18 minutes gone by.
Yeah.
But I think at some stage, I also picked up Uti Umekji himself was overawed, right?
Fanning.
No, he was overawed by interviewing such a big someone with a big stage.
He didn't follow up to the question.
Because if you look at his other interviews, he's more relaxed. On that one, he wasn't. I think moving from 1 week you interviewing Ulokozan,
Babes to another year.
You know, it's a different.
Maybe to say maybe even nervous.
Yeah,
he was nervous,
yeah. So with this boy being so media trained, he could get away with a lot of things. You know, he basically it wasn't even an interview. I felt it was like a PR.
It was a PR exercise for Duduzane.
For Duduzane, yes.
Because if even Mac said it, it's like usually for my interviews I don't prep, but for Duduzane I had to prep. That's how.
But it still didn't. For me, it was a nice interview, but it didn't hit
the nail. Yeah, he didn't hit.
You know.
Sorry, if you look at the current laws, I can wrong.
Yeah.
There was BEE, He's black.
Okay, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
No. What I'm saying
gonna
is
diverse.
this. What I'm saying is that isn't even a Bongani of a 702 who's very aggressive was saying, oh no, Clement, he is a very well-spoken fella. It's because of this. When he shows up for an interview, he shows up 100%, but he gives you the substance.
Yeah.
If you want to hate him because of who he's associated with, that's up to you, but he comes across as, I can see why Marcelo Mittal gave him 25%. He's an executive.
He's an executive.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying he's a bullshitter.
100%.
He can bullshit his way into billions.
He's a consultant.
Exactly. Thank you.
Definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have
Big
to be
Tone,
accountable
I
to
can't
my wife,
stand
in
this
which we
guy.
already
Listen.
No, but wait.
Once you involve who God.
Yes.
I can't stand this guy. I can't stand this guy.
You're
Like,
about to go God, country, and stuff. It's big stuff, man.
You know when you involve God, it's like people can't go to God and say, "Hey, yo, man, is this what this guy is saying is true?" It's like you putting people in a space where they can't hold you accountable.
yeah.
Even as a person, let's say you're on social media, you want to comment on this, but the minute he invokes God, you start asking this, do I really need to post this? Because, would God love this?
Yeah.
He's blackmailing us
Yes.
religiously.
Religiously.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
But to get us to back him on his crusade or some bullshit, I'm sorry.
All right, let's go.
had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically
The manga.
a roll call
She
list.
must
If
tell
I
us
said
this.
hello-
She's there. I mean, she's
No, no,
sitting
I
there.
think-
Nigga, listen, Sianda.
I think
You'll never tell everything.
Yeah.
I think this
There's
is what I
no
think. man.
fucking way you're gonna tell everything.
When I looked at these
tell you
videos,
this, to the crowd.
I think the wife knew
You what?
that this nigga was fucking around. The wife knew. Look how she is. Look at her facial expressions.
Yeah, but we
She knew. It was just that it came into the light.
No, but think of this. She might have found out prior to his moronic decision to make the
make
video.
it, yeah.
So she's gone through this, but okay.
I'm
we're talking
talking.
about her agreeing
I'm
to
talking
show up
about.
and just
No,
decide
I need to be
to
moving
complicit.
through what he's saying. I'm
Yeah.
talking about him saying, "I've told my wife everything," and I'm saying that is bullshit.
She must
There is
tell
no-
us.
Yes.
Yes.
But also
If
she
she's in
she
there
can't
for- yeah.
know. She will never know everything.
trust
me.
Do you get what-
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when there's no way, Uguti, if you get caught on one, then you're gonna say, "Oh shit, that thing has been happening for 3 months." And remember when I dropped you off at work, I went to fuck her. Remember when I
You
did-
never tell
you're never
everything.
Gonna, you
Yeah,
understand?
yeah.
You're gonna take ownership of what is already available, and you know
Yeah.
you're gonna get caught on.
Minimal information.
Yeah.
Right?
Gangster code.
Yeah. No, but honestly speaking,
to a woman in the last 12 years.
there he is.
Me knowing her, she knows about it. But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first off let you guys know I do not stand by those actions.
sorry,
I don't want to
did he
encourage
say
anybody
12
to do
years?
that. And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that for any amount of time or any length of time to any extent and think that I can't be held accountable. The same way that I preach, men and women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable. Guess what? Derrick Jaxn's no exemption. He's not exempt from that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She didn't make me or push me to do it. The next person didn't make me. No friend influenced me. It don't matter how I was raised or with trauma or whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions.
I'm sorry. So
I like that last part. I want to give him for that last
Taking
part because
accountability.
That for that part because half the video is actually lying and saying it's God and it's all of this shit.
Yeah,
but I like that he didn't shift the blame to saying the wife's behavior made him do what he wanted to do. You understand? Because most people get caught and like, yeah, but you were not giving me a blowjob, or you understand? Or you're not paying attention to me. That's why. So he's saying it wasn't the wife's behavior. I was just philandering.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
With God,
But again, I'm sorry. Man.
He did say God, dog.
God's
He did-
permission
With
and
God's
God's
permission and all that
understanding.
shit. You understand?
No, but I'm sorry. I have to say this. The minute he started talking about himself in the third person, that's why he lost me. Because
Corporate.
the problem is this. In the end, he does admit that my actions manipulated APCD. That's the only time I've had him taking
It's a responsibility.
Yeah, as in he's speaking himself. He keeps saying, again, I said, he comes across as a spokesperson for Derrick, so he's like, Derrick did this, but the wife has to speak. I'm sorry. Ladies, if I'm coming across, I'm forcing you into some other, thingy, but speak the fuck up.
There are women out there speaking out for their men.
Yeah, but I mean, she had the platform. She could have spoken the fuck
Funny
up.
about
women out
that. Let's talk about another one who's speaking up for a
Who's
man.
speaking out for a man?
Bontle.
What's Pretty's surname? Because we keep on saying Mudisel and Pretty married her.
He's a man. She should be called.
Pretty's surname is ugly.
So he's
can't be.
Buntle Ugly. Yeah,
Yeah, his full name is Pretty.
It has got to be a station name.
Buntle
I'm sorry.
Ugly. Yeah, Buntle Ugly was defending her man.
Oh man, she was on the streets.
And somehow I don't want to lie to you guys. Big Tone, I fully agree with Buntle.
You fully agree with Bontle Uguti?
Take us into your confidence.
Her man is overlooked, underrated, and what's the other word she used?
Underpaid or undervalued.
Wait,
Undervalued.
let me get to this where she tweeted.
But sometimes just people value you exactly.
Ah, here we go. So
Like their personal expectation.
the first tweet, right? That actually it wasn't the first tweet. The first tweet that actually got
Triggered the whole thing.
Yeah, got the cats amongst the pigeons. She tweeted, I actually can't believe how underrated. I can't believe how underrated. And the question was, who's underrating him? Is she talking about the public is underrating him or the industry is underrating him?
The industry.
It
think
could
it's the
be a
industry?
combination
The industry.
of many things. For instance, the industry based on the airplay, but it could also be you guys talking about her or him on Twitter. It could be you showing up for your shows. What I'm saying is, I think this is a domestic issue. No, I'm sorry, but it sounds like he is not bringing in enough paper, man.
No.
Honestly,
And they've just had a baby. I think last year or some shit like
So
that.
you see, they might have been comfortable in the life they were living before, but now forced expense. Fella, you need to upgrade your income to things. So,
Corporate. Look at it this way, right?
I actually like that point of view.
Look at it this way. I don't think she should be, if it's like that, underrated, right? Because if Pretty was underrated, we didn't know him in the street, right? But we know him in the streets. So it was just a matter of his team doing his job.
So as I get it, you saying underrated is to the fans.
No.
Oh, it's not to the fans.
To the fans,
It's to the
to the general media.
general media. Okay, let's carry on with the statement. Okay. The next one is undervalued.
it means payment is involved.
Exactly.
I
You
think
feel
she's
a
talking.
you feel a high
On your
rate?
points, I think she's talking about herself.
No, again.
Niggas being
so-
undervalued because he's not bringing in the soup.
Because of this, I am a celebrity, my damn self. So you are now signed up with this company. You're supposed to, okay, we have a baby. You're supposed to bring more bacon. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're supposed to bring more
Okay.
bacon.
It comes back
So
to
that's
my
a
life hasn't improved.
That's the financial part of it.
that's the domestic part. I think the undervalued. Yeah. Overlooked.
Overlooked. It's for the endorsements, I think.
You think so?
Yeah. For the
Oh,
look at it this way. Last week, remember Solo?
Yes.
Remember Solo? Solo just got an endorsement deal with Viceroy. When was the last time Solo released an album or a single?
When was the last time you drank Viceroy?
Solo is doing music for the old topies, man.
I last heard Solo in 2012.
Okay. And he's endorsing products today.
Today.
Who is he connecting with?
Exactly.
Oh, there we go. So even the
that's
old
my
timers
point.
though, so it must mean even the
That's
old
my
timers
that's
drink
my
Viceroy.
whole point. That's my whole point.
Okay.
Pretty is current. Pretty features, Pretty releases music, right? He makes, I mean, when was it? Was it last year or early this year? He released the most in terms of the Freestyle Fridays with Story T. I had all those guys.
Okay.
but I was like, yo, fuck, Pretty.
This guy's not bad.
Pretty.
It's not bad.
Pretty is fucking fire. Right? He, in terms of those freestyle Fridays with Stogie, Pretty was the hottest for me. Right?
Yeah.
But Solo is getting Viceroy
But wait,
endorsements.
you might be part of the crowd. That's not giving him the rating, right?
Right? Exactly. But what I'm saying, my point is, the last time I heard of Solo was 2012. But Solo is getting Viceroy money today. So his team is not doing its job.
Okay, so you saying on the last point where she says overlooked, you saying she's right with his being overlooked, but it's not for us.
No.
It's not for the industry. It's for
His team.
his team. All right. So now what happened is that, of course, people reacted to this, right? And people were talking smack. Some of the things were said was he can't rap, which I don't believe. I think the guy. Then she came back. There was a 3-bullet fire storm that she tweeted. And she's like, a lot of you go out of your way to act weird and strange when it comes to Pretty, and I'm here to understand why. Now, I've got and we're not going to stay on this one too long, but I think if you want to bring something on the social media, right, and you're saying people are going out of their way, no, they're reacting to what you said.
Yes.
All right? Yes. That's the first thing. The second thing, it means Pretty is not ready for stardom then. Then Pretty shouldn't be a well-recognized person because he can't take criticism. You understand?
The slightest bit of deviance from what he's expecting as feedback causes...
Do you understand? It causes the wife to come out and say that stuff. Yeah. Then she goes on and she says, I guarantee you the ones with the most to say about Pretty Ugly have heard the least. He's whack. That's the question. On what basis? That's another question. A lot of you ride that wave because it's cooler and safer to do. Herd mentality gripped you by the balls. Okay. So how can we take anything you say seriously? Okay, let me set this up. She's talking to the fans, right? And after there's one more tweet that she mentions about this topic, but you can't convince and argue your way with the fans to like you.
Never.
Do you get my point?
You can like you if we like you. That's
yes, you can say whatever, but if we don't like you or the attitude we don't like, you can't convince us, and you can't talk shit about the fans and expect to you can get through their heads and then they're gonna understand this guy's dope. Do you understand?
Here's something for me, Tony. I'm an artist, they forget that music exists for us as consumers in the privacy of our homes.
Yes.
Now, just ponder that for a minute. If I am sitting in my private space, I'm going to listen to music that is conducive to me, right? If a show comes on that gives chances to new artists, but I change the channel, it doesn't mean I'm hating you. It just means, man, listen, I understand what you guys are doing, but it's invasive to my current setting. Now, as a music consumer, I can never be responsible for sales, numbers, popularity, rating, value.
You made your contribution. Yeah,
is conducive to me.
It was once.
Yes.
You're not responsible for the other guys.
Exactly.
That's what corporates say. But, bruh.
I want to let me bring the last point just to tie up this point, right? Then she goes, rather say you don't like Pretty Ugly or you don't like his music. And then in brackets, she goes, more than one song. So basically, you don't like his music if you've listened to him. All right? You've got an honest opinion about it. All right? But to say he can't rap is a damn lie. Okay, so let me set this one up as well. The people, when you go to social media, you have to understand that there's going to be trolls.
Yes.
Right? And then there's going to be the real audience that you're talking to. The real audience of hip-hop understands that this guy can rap.
Yeah.
That's not a debate. All right? So she's partially dealing with the trolls. All All right. And that's where I'm saying she was going wrong.
She's
because
giving them the platform.
yes,
Yeah,
once you
yeah.
start dealing with the trolls, you're not going to go far. All right. Now, I want to go back to the first sentence. It says, rather say you don't like Pretty Ugly. Stop. Or you don't like his music. Now, the first thing that she had put up, which was, I actually can't believe how underrated. She's answering herself. People don't like the shit that he's bringing out. That's the numbers are showing that.
Yes. Also.
So why are you up here
it sounds to me-
complaining?
yes, and it sounds to me like she's angry over feedback
She's
that is
getting
being given
Yes.
to her husband
Yeah.
on the basis of people having heard the music.
Exactly.
But because she doesn't like it, she's now making a
She's going on
deduction
a
to
rant.
say you probably haven't heard more than one song.
Exactly.
But she's using it as this is what's happening. No, tell the husband to improve the music if that's the issue.
improve the team, improve the marketing, improve being out there.
okay.
Yes, perform in small clubs.
Let
perform,
me chime in this. I like Pretty.
Okay.
I like his music. I personally think you guys might disagree on this. The team he has behind him,
Okay.
right? He's not getting him. The team he has behind him is failing him because the music and look as a scholar, I sometimes have to go back and be like, what did Pretty say? Listen again, right? That nigga has punchlines. He has lines for days. For days.
The Kanye West college dropout type thing. You have to think about this. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Right? You have to think about this. But then the team.
Yeah. So what I want to say, I think he's in a similar boat Jungle Stugiti, right?
Thank you.
Talented guys,
Talent.
but the market is not about talented
not
guys.
about- yeah,
right?
it's
the
about-
market is about sellable guys, right? And funny thing, I was just thinking about this while we were talking. Could it be, Uguti, one of the reasons why he's not flying is that he's married? No, think about it.
Wait.
No. Let me expand. Let me expand, because
It couldn't be.
No,
That's
but
against family values and shit.
no, but let me expand on this. Hip hop is a young man's sport,
Okay.
and in most cases, young men are not married. That's the first point.
Even though Jay-Z is about to
Right.
be 50.
Yes. You sell going in the club, fucking bitches. You understand that rowdy thing. So I'm not saying what he's doing is wrong, but I'm saying there might be a conversation to be
disconnect.
had. Oguti, you are married, you are settled. There's nothing wrong with you. You know, you're not causing ruptures. You're not like empty, showing your dick on the internet. You clean.
Even though
You understand?
just keep your dick to yourself.
Do you understand? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, we might look at it and say, "Oh shit, this guy is clean, is good, and what." But the masses, there's no stories behind you. There's no controversy behind you. You
To
understand?
add what Tony's saying, look at, you said like Jay-Z, right? Look at Jay-Z's sales and first week numbers,
Okay.
right?
He
Ever
says, "Good, I turn my life into a first week release date."
right? Look at from when he was from a player running in the streets to 444. If you look at his last album where he's speaking street, he sells like
Almost like reminding people, it's no, even though I'm billionaire status nigga, I'm from the streets.
he sold, that was Magna Carta,
Yes. Holy Grail.
Holy Grail.
Yes.
He sold 400 or to 500 first week. 500,000, 400 to 500,000, right?
Yeah, but don't forget though, some of those were contracted to Samsung.
No. That one we are not counting. That was 1 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was
no,
a
we're not
million.
talking about that. Yeah.
That was 1 million first week. We are not counting that. We are counting the actual
From
sales.
the actual release
Yeah,
date to
it was
the
400 to 500 to 444. 444 is more family, more politically conscious. He sold 200 and something.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
That's
Tony's
what I'm saying.
saying.
And yes, just to wrap up that point is that when we talk about Jay-Z, of which
As an example.
for whoever's watching, we're not comparing Pretty
Yeah,
and
to Jay-Z. Yeah. We are
but the point is, with Jay-Z, when his classic albums are being spoken about, none of the albums when he's married are being spoken about.
exactly.
Every album that is being spoken about as being a best in his discography is
was
from
ratchet.
before he was married. Do you understand? So what I'm saying is, look, I feel, like I say, this is a young man's sport, and young men things need to come through. Understand? For it to appeal to the demographic. Now, if you are married and you're doing things proper
So
and you're
wait,
getting
you're
right,
saying shoot somebody every now and then.
But then,
well, that should anyway.
but
Tell
then
us
guys,
about
I
how
have
you fought.
I have another point.
Yeah.
We have Nas and Eminem. Nas released King's Disease, right? Eminem released Music to Be Murdered By.
Nas finally won a Grammy, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Exactly. For the first time.
Yeah.
Imagine.
In his entire career.
Imagine.
Okay, in what we're saying, what are you saying?
What I'm
is-
saying
what
is,
do we want to-
okay, I was digressing.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, King's Disease, Music to Be Murdered By, they are considered to be top 5 of these niggas' albums. These guys have a
Okay.
discography.
Okay.
They don't have a small discography.
Marv. We're gonna digress because when we talk about discography, Eminem
And Nas.
No, discography, Eminem. That album,
Music to Be Murdered By.
it's not even close to the top 5.
Okay?
It's not even close to the top 5. So that's why I'm saying I don't want to digress. What was your point you raised?
My point was, these two niggas were able to create one of the best albums of that discography. But then, they are not married.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah.
Both of them, they are not married. So I'm adding on to what Tony's saying. These two guys, the one album won a Grammy.
Okay.
He's not married.
Yeah.
Right? The King's Disease.
Also, I'm almost like it's the chronicles of the single life.
Exactly.
Specifically from the view
Exactly.
of I am VIP all the
Exactly.
damn time.
And then 444 comes up. What was the other one he's featured on? The Lion King, what?
Yeah.
He's also part of that. And the joint album he has with Beyonce. We are not even talking about those now. Right? So what are we saying is be single in rap? Is that what we say?
Those are the roots of hip hop.
Because remember,
Many pitches.
Kanye is in the process of divorcing, right?
Yes.
Siya Kolisi put up a tweet and was like, Kanye is about to produce the best music
Who's
in
that?
10 years. Siya Kolisi. He was like, Kanye is about to produce the best set music in the in the longest time.
You know,
It's about to summarize the whole
yeah.
Kardashian
He's
process.
about to summarize the whole Kardashian experience in one album.
wait, you know what? I'll give Uziz was well respected and his views are well taken, and I'll give him that. But without going deep, and I actually agree with what he's saying. I don't know if it's going to be one of the best, but I think it's going to be, because Kanye always pushes the envelope in terms of production and everything. Every time he releases something, it's something new, right? So I want to agree with him on that. One of the best, I'm not really sure. I mean,
You already gave us.
yeah, but Usizwe, when Any Minute Now came out, he referenced, I think, college, high school dropouts. Do you understand all those things? But now that
Okay, but wait, Tony. Cut. Against Zulu snake armor for this. That's my opinion of Usizwe. I follow him on Twitter and I read him comments.
Yeah.
But Usiyazi is umuntu assuming that he is the know-it-all. It doesn't matter the topic. You taking on his opinion is about to be oh, how small are you?
You like want to be the full stop of the conversation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Once you've spoken, it's
So Usizwa, I appreciate his popularity and
Yeah.
no disrespect, but he's not about to give advice to abantu on serious stuff.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Corporate just reminded me of something. I was talking to Tony about it. One of my recruitments, Maja, he was like, "Hey boy, I watched one of your episodes.
What is it?
Nigga, you're not speaking your home language, and those niggas you're with, those niggas, they're speaking Zulu. So I can bully this SiPedi. So Sanchi ke bolele."
Okay, but Lalela, with all due respect to my Lum, if he's watching now, the problem is this: Monga Kaliswana, and
SiPedi,
Oh,
not
also,
Tswana,
it's
SiPedi.
with all due respect, because of my playing, because we can't respond, we don't know what to say. And not to say go to city, don't learn this. No, we're just saying at this particular point in time,
It's all of that.
even if we get, due to your body language, this is supposed to be social and
Yeah,
but we're gonna be playing.
Oh, he says the jokes and he laughs, and then we're like,
what's the thing?
"What's the?"
I'm sorry, but for me, it's Tuk Singanga all over again at varsity, where my friend is having the time of his life, but he doesn't have time to interpret and translate.
Mara, look at it this way, right? Let me digress. With Dukes, you bought into his music, but you didn't understand what he was saying, but you felt that it was hard.
To say bought into his music would be, okay, for me, again, personal experience, maybe taking a bit too far, but it's more like when we friends, you from Tswana or whatever, but the way that I see this music moving you, it says to me, okay, I know your taste, this guy is good, but the problem is, you have no
don't
idea what he's
understand.
saying.
Yeah, but I want to say something. With the Dukes, what I saw is that I think his first biggest single, it wasn't SiPedi or Tswana like proper. There was an English element.
It was
into
English
it.
element in it.
Do you understand? So we bought into that because we could hear it. But
And then he came in hard in
came
Tswana.
out as like, and that's when I saw when he brought out the song 24/7 or whatever.
25,600
Yeah,
or what.
That was a good one, though.
But you can't hear.
Yes.
So after that first
Okay,
song
you're
that you could hear him, then it brings us out. You're like, I still like this guy, but I can't hear it.
can't hear
But then it brings us an album. You're like, fine.
I was about to say,
But it was fire. But
after
it
the
was
first song
fire.
which you bought into, he comes with the second song. So you're thinking, probably the album is going to accommodate me.
Yes.
Album comes, and he must take pride in this.
Yes, no.
It's home
not wrong.
language and
It's not
stuff,
wrong.
but the thing is, you're commercially supposed to be viable.
But
If I don't know what you're saying,
let's
I'm gonna
let's,
vibe,
let's
but
look
I'm
at it
not
this
gonna
way.
buy your music.
If you guys are saying, if I give a Zulu, like a songwe, or
Reagut,
langwa,
reagut.
Utheni?
Uthi mina ngikhuluma isiZulu ngesmooth, so it sounds like ubekhuluma ngesiZulu ngavela ngaphendula ngeSiswati yabo. Angithi siyakuzwa but
so if I give a Zulu, or ke atimela mwabutse.
you see, let me give you case in point. He's saying uthini, ne?
Oh,
He respects you, but he doesn't mean to disrespect you. But the point is, it just happened right now. When you were testing out if you speaking Tswana or SiPedi is gonna hinder the show, it just hindered the show.
but
just
okay.
We need to learn a bit.
But
Yeah, man,
exactly,
that's why
I'm coming to.
I went out there and I said, it's our fault, gentlemen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But Nani, I'm sorry, but don't just bend over this easily.
No.
Four colleagues, one of them is Zulu, the other one's SiPedi, Tswana, whatever. I get there, I'm late, they're speaking this Zulu.
What
am I supposed to say?
level so ne. Ka gare ga
We're gonna need subtitles for this.
ka gare ga dipolelo tse 9 excluding Afrikaans, sign language and English. We are left with how many? 8 languages.
It's 12 minutes. 11 actually.
It's language.
Plus sign language.
We are left with 8. Kill 8 or 9.
Let's say 9.
So,
So sign language, we do pay
8. We are left with
commercial,
8. Ora a ona polelo ye nngwe ya ka mo Africa borwa ye le ka ithutang yona.
It's honestly
What I
I'm
said,
sorry, but I was in there until now. It's okay, Lalel. So kufuneka some thesaurus.
come, look, what I said was, out of those 9 languages left,
Yes.
after we exclude Afrikaans, English, and sign language, there is no language you guys can teach yourselves.
No, there is. It's close. It's very easy.
No. isiXhosa is part of Nguni language. It
but
comes
Siya-
from the Zulu language.
Siyamazulu,
Right.
it's Xhosa lezi.
You can't teach yourself
It's
that.
Swat. It's Ndebele.
Those come from Nguni language.
You said languages. I just gave you
They
three.
come from your language. Yeah, they come from the Zulu
Okay,
language.
guys, what I'm saying, what I want to say, because we're going for the tangent here. What I want to say is, I think due to with everything,
Yeah.
there's people in South Africa that are more familiar with American culture than their own
Than
culture.
their own culture.
Right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, what is being shown to us, how we interact on let's say social medias, right? The most time that I'll see, if there's a vernac, let's talk about social media.
Yes.
If there's vernac, it's mostly Xhosa or Zulu.
Yes.
Understand? You hardly see about Tswana.
SiPedi.
Do you understand? So what I'm saying is,
hence Ushiwa King became popular because you guys can do it too.
yes, you understand? So what I'm saying is, some of these things are about exposure and exposure for yourself within your circle, but also exposure to what the media is being reported.
Yeah.
How the media is being reported and how things are being
And also
reported to.
trends.
Yeah, and also trends. You understand? Social media, I'm including that. So what I'm saying is that I think since we've got Marv and there's 2 of us here, I think maybe we should take some time and invest, in trying to understand. So even like the tech lines, like the
Ujiwake.
yeah, those things. So we can even start there. You understand? But one thing talk about social media. One thing that actually came around and people misunderstanding and mixing things up is a story about Siya Kolisi, right? Now, okay,
That story about Dean. Are you talking about the story about Dean?
who's Dean now?
No.
Oh, you even know him by first name?
No. It pissed me
same
off
guy,
so
né?
much that I know him by first name.
Yeah.
Because this nigga is his high school coach. High school.
Actually, let me read this because it was actually News24 that came up with this, and they said Springbok captain Siya Kolisi's former grade high school first team rugby coach Dean Karasa was arrested in Australia after being found with child pornography. The Sydney Morning Herald reported, and they've got a face of him there, which is nice. You don't usually see white people with white stories doing shit.
Okay, but
Their
not
faces.
with the original story though. The original story had Siya Kolisi's picture, such that
Yeah.
Oh, is this?
No, that's what happened.
The
That's
original
why it
had
became
Siya
so
Kolisi's
big. It
picture.
has Siya Kolisi's picture, such that there were complaints. I'm not sure what's happening now. It sounds like they've changed it.
Yeah, they've got the picture
They
of
got
the
the
guy.
picture of the guy.
No.
Yeah,
Let me give you my response. It's gonna be sweet and short.
yeah.
Eusebius wrote this on Twitter. I don't like. Okay, never mind Eusebius, but listen to the statement. Siya Kolisi's former finance minister's country has dropped charges against his wife. This is confusing because it could have said charges against Namaki Kaba, who's married to former.
Yeah.
But you see, the minute you bring in Siya Kolisi, trust me, massive. This is controversy. It's the same controversy we used to have about Jacob Zuma, where these days 500 billion happens corruption. It's not really Ramaphosa is corrupt. It's more departments are But back then it was corruption under Zuma is 7 billion because of how the narrative was going.
Yeah.
You summarize it at some stage. That's how you sell paper. That's how you sell issues of paper. So
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah.
Look at it this way.
Because if you had to say on this one, Dean Karras, former South African, was arrested for child porn, it's not going to get the clicks.
whatever happened to telling the story the way it is, though?
No. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying, in terms of trying to get the clicks, just putting the guy, Dean Karras, it's only him, his family, and the people he used to coach that know him.
What corporate is saying is to get clicks on News24,
They have
Put
to go
in-
controversy.
put in Siya Kolisi's name. to get clicks.
And his picture, because Tony, you are a rugby fella. You see Siya Kolisi. Let's say sometimes
You
just
click
click
on it.
on the basis of this must be a mistake because the headline says Siya Kolisi's ex former husband. So you because you love
You
rugby,
wanna
you
see.
click on him. But when you get there, they used his image
Yeah.
to get you in there.
Gents, we actually agree on this. I'm saying it's a question of this guy's wanting clicks.
Yeah.
And a lot of this comes from, you know, what Daily Sun. What is it called? It's not a gossip column. What is it called?
Trash or something.
Yeah, but it's those papers that survive on gossip.
The
Clickbait.
TMZs. The
Yeah,
TMZs of
understand.
of
And the sad thing with the story is that News24 is a reputable company, right?
Yeah.
Well, no. You
I would
can
say
they
maybe
are,
they
they
are
are.
part of they are part of a reputable state.
have those feelings, but they portray themselves as reporting genuine news. They not portray it. Daily Sun portrays itself by reporting on Togoloshes. They fine with that, right? News24 is, you know, trying
It's supposed to
be
be factual information live.
Yes, do you understand? So that's why it made such a big thing because it's a reputable brand, right? Doing clickbaity stuff.
Yes.
I understand. If this headline was on Daily Sun, it wouldn't have gotten
The attention.
the attention.
Yes.
And I said, because we understand the Daily Sun is there to cause havoc, you understand, and clickbait and all of that stuff. So I don't know, man, if it means with media being squeezed because of social media, they've had to now do more clickbaity things to get the audience. Do you get my point?
Let me ask you this one. This is where it bothers me, as a person who also go onto the internet and see those images and headlines. For instance, there's a picture of Siya Kolisi. I see the headline. I click on it. I read the entire thing. It pisses me off. I think they are winning because that's what they want. They want to fuel the comments such that it becomes a popular site and whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
But our
I don't know.
conversation to saying a reputable brand, right? A reputable brand has had to go the clickbaity way.
oh yes. Previously,
Because-
they would just get people who are here for current affairs.
Yes.
Purely on the basis of
Because like
journalism.
I can count years now since I've last bought a newspaper. And I used to be religious in buying
Sunday
newspapers.
time.
You understand?
Every bullet column, yes.
But now I get all the news fresher, faster on social media.
on social media.
So now what they're trying to do is trying to get the clicks, right? By doing what these gossip columns were doing. Understand? Go, but we're not buying the shit anymore.
Without officially rebranding.
Yes. Without saying which
Corporate-
guys,
corporate-
we are now fucking around.
Exactly.
Corporate, let's look at it this way. Big Tone. News24 was trying to sell advertisement
And they did, though, for
And
that.
they did.
Wasted
Yes.
9 years, gentlemen.
because
Don't forget that.
they got advertisements on their news on their website, right? When you click on News24,
Yes.
you go onto their page. That adds as a scene
Yes. Yeah.
on the advertisement.
Yes.
They're trying to sell advertisement.
No.
That's clickbait.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly what
clickbait.
it said.
That's clickbait. So
Right.
I think we agree on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so pissed when I saw it, and I even commented on a tweet, and I was like, why are you including Siya's name in this?
Well, like I said, man, I think they're being squeezed on money, and they're just
They're
gonna,
trying to sell.
they're just gonna sell. And talk about media. We're doing what I'll consider a predominantly hip hop based show. Of course, we talk about Siya Kolisi now. We talk about things that affect, blacks and so forth, culture, black culture, and all of that. And I've been thinking throughout the week. I watched a podcast. I think I asked you to watch it. I watched the podcast. Podcast is the biggest, I'd say, in terms of the podcast, hip hop podcast based.
Okay.
Hip hop based podcast in SA. I can talk about the sobering podcast, but they fucking shit, bro. Like they're useless, right? So let me talk about
The podcast.
the podcast, and you look at Uguti hip hop about 5 years ago was the main music genre in SA, right? That's when the guys Abo Questa, Abo KO were writing.
Yes.
They were the pop stars of that. Recently, Amapiano have taken over, right? And yes, we can talk about Uti Piano is more about party music and so forth and so forth. But I think there's space to talk about the media that supports the different genres, right? And that's where the podcast comes in. This podcast, if you don't know, is actually hosted by Scoop Makatini, well-known guy, understand, OG, some may say, right? And Charlamagne the Code Light, some may say, right? And then you've got Miss Cosmo, all right? She's on 5FM, yes. And there used to be Vici. Vici is actually taking leave for the past month or so. There used to be Speedster, all right? Speedster has got a show on Metro. He's also a DJ, a well-known DJ.
He's on TV as well.
Yeah, he's on TV as well. He's on Live Amp.
Yeah.
All right. And then the whole product, Popcast, is actually owned by DJ Dimples. Right? DJ Dimples is a well-known industry
He's
DJ.
an
and all
OG,
that.
yeah.
OG. Now, I've got a problem. Uguti, I think they are part of the reason hip-hop is where
Tony,
it
but
is.
Big Tony, don't sugarcoat it. They're trash.
Before the content, I'm not even going to the content as yet. I'm just talking about where you've got industry players doing commentary on the industry they're in. Right?
Without being confidently saying, I'm on top of the industry, hence I can tell you this.
Exactly.
No.
Jay-Z saying, I'm giving you
Be friends with, honestly.
On the
You can't
wait,
give...
so
Let me finish this.
paint the picture for me.
Yeah. So, Miss Cosmo. Miss Cosmo is a DJ.
Yes.
Miss Cosmo is not an artist.
100%.
Miss Cosmo, when Miss Cosmo wants to bring out a song, he needs to get a beat maker, he needs to get producers,
A vocalist.
vocalists, he needs to get rappers.
The entire
Right?
set.
Now, imagine this. Miss Cosmo talks shit about a rapper that she wants in her next project.
Oh, Miss Combs, no. Maybe she can speak shit about somebody who's about to come and co-host that show because she's a
Understand?
DJ.
But that's why I'm coming with this. Uguti, it's what do conflicts of interest. You can't. Miss Cosmo wants to be booked in some of those shows that this artists do. Miss Cosmo wants to be one of the people that hear the album before the album drops.
Yes.
Miss Cosmo wants to have songs that she can play on 5FM before the public knows about those songs.
Also in our
Right.
country right now, you are booked as an artist as part of a group of 27 artists.
Yes.
So if all of them are saying she talks shit about all of us, she's not coming.
Exactly, that's where I'm coming from. So
Okay.
you've got a media personality, right, who is doing commentary on the very thing that feeds her.
But because she wants to compete in the very thing that she comments on. Because you're saying she wants to be a hip-hop artist, inverted commas, but then she's trashing people who would elevate her status. by
That's
not
what
using
I'm
their
saying.
heritage.
She's not even trash.
That's what I'm saying. Can Miss Cosmo talk shit about DJ Dimples' latest album? DJ Dimples owns the platform they're on.
Oh, okay.
DJ Dimples is their employer.
Is it not like Fox Business News, which even though they're owned by Fox, they would criticize
You understand?
Fox?
So what I'm talking about conflicts of interest where you want to be the player and you want to dupe the audience to say, I'm giving you fair commentary and honest commentary.
So what
It
big,
cannot be.
what Big Tony is saying is
Because I'm a player.
she
in
can't
this
say anything negative about Kudu. Kudu is DJ Dimple's last album. Okay. She can't say anything negative
even if
about
she had
Kudu.
genuine
Even if she
How
had,
can she? Because next month she wants DJ Dimples to sign her up so that she can perform on DJ Dimples' stage.
You can't shit where you eat, type shit.
Exactly. Right? Exactly. Now, that's the first thing I've got a problem with. All right? Okay. Let's go to the content. All right. The content, you are interviewing, you see now we've got the conflicts of interest, right? On the commentary side.
A very clear one, yeah.
A very clear one. But now it comes into the interviewing style as well. You're not going to ask your guests hard questions and uncomfortable questions because you need him to rap on your next single.
Almost like it becomes a promo for the guest, quite honestly.
Exactly.
On the basis of barter system.
I watched the last episode. They had Unada Nakai, right? Nada Nakai, I like some of her stuff that she does. But yeah, she got a big booty.
Hey, she's
very
the last time I saw her, she did the basket challenge.
Yeah.
She is visually great.
Yeah. So I say this when I corpse Uguti. It does not make sense for me to ask you a difficult question, you my friend, in front of the whole world, and ask you things that you might be uncomfortable with. And tomorrow I might need you as my friend to be on the track with me. Do you get my point? So even that, I watched that interview, I even commented on them. I said, there's nothing new that I've learned about this woman. I've watched this thing, it's an hour long. There's not one piece of information that is new that I got from this interview.
Oh, but you saw that booty live, though.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it this way. I think what Big Tone is saying is that you got Scoop, right? Scoop is on break.
A respectable fella.
Look, I love Scoop. He's an OG.
Surprise, yeah.
Scoop introduced me to a lot of stuff. New fashion, new music, right? He runs a hip-hop show every Sunday, right? He needs the rodeo. Yeah. He needs, actually with Pretty Ugly's wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Oh. He needs interviews, right? Hip-hop niggas to come and do interviews on his show. He can't say shit about those niggas because he needs interviews.
Yes.
Almost like Joe Biden, Urodi, no Mark, Bashate with a celebrity, our dinga. He can't talk shit.
You can't say shit.
This is
But
big
you
news
see,
for them to come here.
I'm glad that you brought up that Joe Biden story. I don't know where you finished.
No, let me say,
Okay.
you got Miss Cosmo, same story. She also runs a hip hop show.
Okay.
She's competing with Scoop.
Yeah.
As the two biggest hip hop shows in South Africa.
Okay.
Right, on Sunday. You got VG. VG's A&R for Universal. He needs to bring in more artists. Universal needs to sell. He needs to sell those units, right? He can't say shit about these niggas because he needs to sign them to Universal.
So it's multi-tier, intertwined commercial
relationships.
Exactly.
So how do I get genuine content from niggas who need to suck up to these niggas?
Maybe you put that at the back of the priorities in the sense of, let me rather give my friend an opportunity. That's all we need, exposure, right?
Yeah.
You will do what you need to do because you are talented, but rather than me saying, my friend, listen, I know I'm about to shaft you out of a 400,000 rand deal because of a talented guy from the Royal Areas KZN.
Yeah.
You take it.
Yeah.
Probably because you are socially media trained and you media trained, you're going to make people believe.
I want to say this. Uguti. I'm talking mostly, and my beef with this mess of a story, right, is the industry is suffering because of this chomi fucking relationship.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. We don't have honest commentary on music, the culture, black culture, and so forth. And by that, I think before we started shooting, I used the example of English Premier League and how the big role that the media plays, understand, where the media is giving you the behind the scenes. It doesn't matter if Sir Alex was pissed off with the one story. It doesn't matter if this guy was pissed off. They are beholden to the audience.
Even if you were
Not
to meet
to-
me in a restaurant and you took this up with me, I would tell you exactly the same thing.
Yes, they are beholden to the audience and not to the content providers or the creators.
That truth.
It's the truth. Understand? And that's the sad thing, that the state of affairs that we have here, right? And why I'm raising this, I spoke to you. I was like, on a weekly basis, we're gonna have to have a media watch feature.
Yes.
Right? We have to have a media watch feature where we actually look at what these fuckers are doing. Understand? It's important, and it's so funny, Wuti, in the whole world, in America, and even in the UK, hip hop is the biggest genre. It's actually even with the K-pop, it's coming up there in the China and all of this
Asia,
stuff. Understand? Hip hop is the voice of the youth. Hip hop is it's about poetry. It's about what's happening around us, what's affecting black lives in most cases.
And it's not just the music, it's the culture, it's the entire culture.
Yes.
It's informing sneakers, it's informing,
Exactly. So we can't have a Trojan horse type of idea where these guys, when they do commentary, they seem to be like us, consumers. But they've got all these
innuendos, as Zuma would say.
yes, you understand? Testicles into the into the industry, right? You brought up Joe Biden earlier on. What made Joe Biden so prevalent and so important to the hip hop, that side?
He has no alliance to anyone.
He resigned from rapping. He resigned from rapping. So he doesn't need no producer, no record label,
No distribution,
He doesn't need no shit. He can honestly give his input.
But also now you're not gonna doubt his input on the basis of he is a hip hop artist, quite honestly. Even though he's retired, but you never said he was whack.
But what I'm saying is his bread is not coming from sales. His bread is not coming from records that he needs to do.
No, but that's why I'm saying
Understand?
now you're looking at this from why should I trust this guy's view? Let's say you're a viewer.
Yes.
It's because this is him. He is a hip hop artist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what I was saying is that we're gonna introduce a feature which is gonna be I don't know, I think Media Watch or Industry Watch or Watch the Industry. One of those two. And we're gonna go deep in terms of especially what they put out, the episodes that they put out. We're gonna watch them. We're gonna critique them. I'm today the gatekeepers, so we're allowed. We're the fans. We're allowed to critique the shit that they put up. You understand? So I counted the podcast, right? I counted the sobering podcast, dude. The sobering podcast. It's so funny. They say it's a sobering podcast, but it actually puts you to sleep. Those guys are so whack.
Okay.
Unota, Big Mouth Nota. We're not gonna go into this one. I'm just saying, there's no way, Uguti, you can interview someone and they actually take over the platform. Understand? Not Uguti, they taking it like strong arming you out of taking over the platform.
Naturally.
It's because you don't have the information. You don't have the information to put what he's saying to you to the test and question and probe. You understand?
Almost like it's called sobering, because if you were drinking, you're so bored, you stop drinking and you're sober now.
Dude, and this guy's, Marv was telling me, Wuti, these guys are some prominent niggas in the industry. Understand?
Locally.
They're prominent. Do you understand? But when they interview, especially with the Nota situation, for the first 10 minutes, it was like Nota was briefing them. As Nota is doing a
Pre-recording brief.
No. It's like it's a professor talking to the students.
Okay.
They were like starstruck. They don't know what the fuck to say to this guy, right? He's talking above them. He's talking about black history. He's talking about... Now, I'm talking about just the knowledge base is not good. Okay, fine. We're not all gonna know everything all at once. But if I bring you, we need to discuss what we're gonna discuss. I need to know what I want to. It's my platform. I want to discuss with you. You can't overwhelm me and talk about your shit and do a PR for you.
No, but
understand?
That happens on unemali, but on an IPG. Because I need to turn daily podcasting, so you have money to buy the equipment, you buy the equipment, but without any kind of planning or research, you call people who are stronger personalities than you.
Yes.
And you start discussions that you know 10% about, and these guys turn out to be 100% knowledgeable. So
I even made a comment.
It's over.
No, I even made a comment. When these guys, they talk about amongst themselves, right? They get, let's say 1,500 fucking views, bro, in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But if they bring in Unota, the last episode of Unota was like at 19,000. So they know when we bring in this guy, we're going to get the views.
Okay.
But now the thing is, are you doing good for your audience? If you're not prepared.
Yeah.
If you're not prepared. If you're not well read. And if you don't direct the conversation to why you brought this guy in here. Because it was like Unota was there to do his shit. They were there just to chime in and say, oh, really? I didn't know. Really?
Almost like some ANC parliamentary shit.
Exactly.
Once the man says, listen, screw education, screw hungry kids. Even if it makes sense to you, like, fuck hungry kids.
Corporate, all this time, Big Tone was talking, and I'm here, like, when you're observing.
Yes.
And I caught a side of his pecs.
Yeah.
Pectoralis muscles.
Oh shit!
And I'm from the gym industry.
Oh shit!
And I was catching a side of his pectoralis muscles.
Okay, it's a good thing you said that. Up to that point, it was maybe he should be stepping the fuck back.
No. I'm from the gym industry.
Okay, cool.
And I'm catching a side of his pectoralis muscles. They're moving around. I'm like, this nigga's buff.
Really?
Sorry, can I go pee?
I'm talking serious shit here when you talking about this thing as buff.
I'm not catching what he's saying. I'm looking at him. I'm on the side. I'm like, this nigga has some pecs. And I'm like,
dude, Lalela, you know what? Lockdown really fucked me over. Bro?
What's up?
Between the start of lockdown and now,
Yeah.
I've gained like 8 kilograms.
8 in terms of
8
pecs, in terms of muscle or fat.
You're being too specific. Right? I'm saying when I get on the scale, there's an extra 8
You're not
on
happy.
what I was.
Oh, you're not happy.
No, I'm not, bro. I'm
Okay.
not.
Okay.
And I think if I go this way, it's gonna affect my sex life. So I need to look into it.
Okay.
Understand?
I saw right now. I saw some pecs.
No.
Right. So I saw some pectoralis muscle, some pectoralis minor and major.
No, I think you know what, bro. This thing about habits.
Yeah.
Habits is a big thing when you wanna achieve something or when you wanna change something.
Yeah.
And lockdown actually made me be in a habit of being lazy and just eating junk and not, you understand? So it's been hard to try to get back on the
fitness.
Yeah, the fitness, that I was doing and all of that stuff, But
with me it was the other way around. Eh?
Come again?
With me, it was the other way around. I got to be more active, more fit.
But the gyms were closed. What were you doing?
Exactly. I was on the street.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I was on the street. I was in the parks. Until.
No, but it gets complicated. Guys, I want to talk about something here, which was also one last interesting thing that I came around.
Should I stop recording?
Talking to,
Should I stop
No, we're talking, dog.
Sorry, man.
Why would we stop?
Apologies.
So I picked up. I don't know if you guys saw that story about Busiswa and
Fenty.
and Rehhana and Fenty, right? So I wanna play this, and then you guys tell me what you hear.
Okay.
Right? Let's see if we can get it.
I know what you're talking about.
Can you guys hear it?
No? I can hear it.
Let's play it for this guy who just subscribed. I see him.
Which guy will subscribe?
This guy who just clicked on subscribe now.
Why is this thing not playing now?
Yeah, is the volume on your PC on?
Everything.
Check the volume.
Eh? Oh yeah.
Oh, this is distinctly South African.
Yeah?
Okay, it's gonna
Listen to
start
the
okay.
voice.
Start okay. Listen. Now, I don't know how to feel about this. All right. So basically, it's based on the song Midnight Star.
Ministering.
Midnight Starring Maporisa,
Maphorisa,
Busiswa,
Tira,
and all of
and-
that stuff,
yeah.
right? But it's not the exact song,
Okay.
right? It's sort of like a record. You can hear the elements,
It's a re-recording.
right? And you can hear the voice, Ubusiswa's voice, right? But supposedly they were not paid for this shit.
Okay, but in music terms, is this sampling?
That's where the gray area is. That's where the gray area is,
But
dog.
also, even with sampling, there are channels you have to go through, right?
Yes.
If Sony Music owns this, then you have to go to Sony. But for an artist not to be paid, and she only discovers when the campaign is happening, that's not right. I'm
But it seems like because Ubusiswa actually came out and said,
I saw a very politically correct tweet.
yeah, but she came out and said, Uguti, it's supposedly allowed.
Yeah.
But she didn't come across as, because an artist who knows this is happening and it's legally happening would say, listen, guys, in the US, I'm now part of this campaign. She was like, oh, apparently you can do this type thing. She just discovered as well, and she wasn't really expecting that. Because, I mean, if Rehhana is attaching you to her brand and she credits you, that's big stuff.
But they're not credited.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just like
she
you-
picked up, though. That's me.
Yeah.
Obviously, globally, she's not going to be recognized because, there's no credit, but
Yeah.
we know.
Because I think, Youngsta, bro, like, to be honest, we all picked up. You can easily pick up what song it is to be done. Should Ubusiswa be happy that it was done?
Yeah, I mean, it's exposure for her.
Exposure, no?
Let's say, for instance, I am an events coordinator, whatever the thing is, but I want that artist who did that campaign of yours. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't automatically translate to people knocking on her door right now.
Yeah.
It might materialize, but she must speak to her business manager. I don't know.
But one thing I like is that the sound
Yeah,
is being respected and it's picking up.
no, 100%.
The sound is picking up.
It's the dominant feature in the thing you're playing. Just
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
It's the sound that's picking up.
What,
so
what I have to say on this is Busiswa's team is not doing their job.
Yes, somebody has to be.
Busiswa is not supposed to be tweeting all these things and stuff.
Yes.
in actual fact,
Busiswa's team was supposed to do their job and shut this whole thing
okay,
down.
so this is what actually Busiswa says, all right? Because now you talk about team, what they meant to do, but Busiswa says, Fenty Beauty, which is the Rehhana company,
brand, yeah.
just used a remake of Midnight Starring with my voice to avoid paying us. So it seems like this happens a lot in the industry, right? And then she says, I'm sad, but it's the game, I guess. So she seems to, maybe she's talking to a team. Maybe she's talking to her lawyers, and the lawyers were like, there's nothing we can't do shit about this.
Yeah.
It means then the game is skewed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course.
If people can get access to your art without crediting your
But it's the
payment-
remake.
No, but I mean it's a remake of an original.
It's like you painting the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, but can I get not the Mona Lisa price? Let me get 10%. So a remake, I'm gonna say to you, because you're not taking original work,
Yeah.
but you're basing your work on my work. Let me get 20% of what the
But
original price is.
most art is based on some form of art.
Yeah, it's black market. But I mean, the minute, no, but I'm sorry, Rehhana, the minute Rehhana attaches her brand to, we take pride in this,
Yeah.
a local artist.
Yeah.
It's very sad to hear the background information that actually she just discovered the same way we discovered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
I don't know, man. What do you say, Marv?
My guy,
You got nothing, man.
They're just looking for loopholes not to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I'm saying is, it seems like it's legal, so
Yeah.
it's no more a loophole. It's actually how it's done.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't
like
create this shit.
Unfair practice that is in existence right now, because Busiswa doesn't sound like she's saying, I'm going to be embarking on a percentage. She's saying,
yeah.
a remake, therefore, it sounds like,
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
So listen, just quick thing. If it was a Nigerian artist, I bet Busiswa would be spitting fire. Let me tell you that. But because it's white, no, honestly speaking, imagine
Rihanna's
this.
not white, nigga.
No, but you start recognizing this. Nigeria is huge. This artist has been using your beats to make money in Nigeria. You gotta go all out legally. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because they are phone Konging your shit. But because of how big Rehhana is,
Yeah.
and you might be forgiven for thinking this, you know what, they shafted me, but you know, exposure is global now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know, man. It's an interesting thing. It's something I think for the younger artists and something like that to understand.
And make sure they look it down at contract negotiations.
Yeah, but
Can I tell this nigga? Nigga, I'm recording. Sharp.
okay. So what I'm saying is that if you turn it around, the younger guys can say, "Oh shit, this is allowed. How do we mix it up for ourselves?" Do you understand? So we're looking at it now. It's a bad thing on the one hand, but if you turn it around, what's stopping you being the Rehhana?
Yeah.
Do you get my point? You understand? Since it's allowed,
You are madding the entire industry then.
No, but it's
there's gonna be
allowed.
Stealing.
No, but it's allowed. So you're not breaking the rules. I'm just saying, in this case, Rehhana saved on money of paying these guys off, right?
And
Sorry,
this is another question, right? And these two artists signed to the same label.
Who?
Rehhana
Busiswa and Rehhana.
Busiswa. And the Universal artists.
I don't know.
I'm sure they might have appeared in one show, but
They
I'm sorry.
are, I think.
Is it?
I think, I'm not sure. But I think.
Why are you raising that?
Because remember, Rehhana is Rock Nation, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rock Nation.
That's the see.
No, I'm saying,
distributed-
why are you raising that? Why you think it's significant?
Universal might have let this slide because they are off the same record label. That's why I'm ready.
Maybe, but I just think Universal is so big, bro. What these guys are doing in the States and what Universal SA is doing is
Two totally different
understand.
things.
Yeah, I don't think when Rehhana did first things first, you might even find that Rehhana has got nothing to do with this ad.
Yeah.
Right? And she's selling her Fenty, wada. But there's guys that were doing the production, the ad,
Yeah.
and what.
Obviously.
And they did it.
They
And
didn't
she,
do that due diligence
Yeah.
in terms of legalities.
yeah, but no, but it's legal. Stop saying it's not legal. It's legal, okay? It's legal. What I'm saying is, I don't think the conversations got to her or got to that level
In
where
terms
they
of
have
the
to discuss.
music, yeah.
Since it's legal, right? These guys do the ad. They find the music, which is, we like the song, so let's remake it. Rihanna sees the ad. Is like, okay, this goes with my
fine.
brand.
as a final product.
Yes, and I sharpen.
I'm okay.
She doesn't know it's a remake.
Yeah.
She doesn't know there's a guy in South Africa who did a song that was
yeah,
similar.
you're right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, again, this is also not Rihanna, the music brand. It's Rihanna the fancy, the makeup brand. Do you understand? So you might find that she doesn't know anything about this. Busiswa who?
Because she might even have a president of marketing, such that things don't even get to her.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, but anyway, you know what? I was just looking at it and saying, maybe the youngins can look at it and say, if it's allowed to happen, and you can take a song, get some elements of it, and do it as your song.
This is the culture now.
We've had this with Kabza the Small. We've had this with there was another artist. But I know I've had this with Kabza.
Yes.
Now with Busiswa. But there was another song, big South African song, who went through the same thing. Guys, if you can recreate something and make it your own, the law says it.
The law allows it, man. The law allows it.
Why are you complaining about it?
In America, they call it copyright law.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but this is why,
you.
if it can do, even a variation of your original product, let's say music.
If
Judges are not stupid. You can slow down the tempo. You can fast track the tempo, but they can prove that massive. All you did here was you varied the speed. There's no original content. So America speak on that. So we are. Hey man,
you need to catch up fast. But anyway, talking about remakes and making new music of old music, let's go, man. Let's check out our. This is probably the last thing we're gonna be doing here. We need to get out. We've been here for a while, dog. Who's this? Shane Eagle came up with a song, Emo. You said you like it. I want to play it.
I love it.
I've got my opinion about this. I'm gonna play it, and I've got my opinion.
I love it.
So let's take it in. Let's say
you made this abundantly clear, Marvin.
Yeah. Hey. Okay, Shani, I see you. For real.
Young Shady J, he the plug.
Hey. You could tell by the way that I walk that a young nigga probably run a block. You could probably tell way I talk. No, it's ego. That I ain't from around here. Run your mouth one more time, we gon' see. Fuck around the streets, probably gon' get you found here. Fuck them niggas every day of the week, yeah. Man, I'm probably ain't get no sleep. White leather glove on my wrist like I'm Jackson. If I'm on that shit, he already know it's platinum. Last 1, 2, 3, they all classic. Now I might fuck around and go and do some acting. Or some backflips, you feel me? Hop out, this shit I got him dizzy, you feel me? Yeah. Hop up on this shit, then you know I'm dropping corpses. Eagle rich as fuck, but he out here in some force. Make y'all niggas go and wanna switch the force. Yeah. For real. Go against Eagle and you know it's rest in peace.
Yeah.
Made this shit happen, but it used to be a dream. Hey.
I told you I love
Got
this.
the ammo, niggas talk a lot.
I
Tell me
told you I
something,
love
what's
this.
The plan, though? Down at
This is some
Africa,
yellow
where I
bullshit.
keep the poppin' Nandos, killers outside, ready for war, they out in camo. Yeah, hey, I got the ammo. Niggas talk a lot. Tell me something, what's the plan, bro?
Yeah.
Bad bitch, on my left, she worried about her angles. Killers outside, ready for war, they out in camo.
Lambo, I think it Cambo, London get that flow. I'm here with Shane and Shane, Cape Tony and Venmo. We let the slave chains hang like it was Django. Watch into the end, that's for life. The eagle is landed, we take flight. I seen your car, you seen my bike. Yeah, he's a mongoose and he might bite. I be in the streets like we on strike. You fuck with the G's when you bleed on sight. Keep your hearts, I don't need your likes. And keep your words, I don't need advice. Load the ammunition, magazines are plus sizes. Giving my opinion, I'm being unbiased. 6 a.m. flights are Lucha,
I don't wanna talk
and on
about-
the
I don't wanna
BMX
talk
like
about
DMX
Youngsta.
and Rough Riders. Product of
But,
my environment. From a
for
tough
the past
climate. Mountains all
3 to
around
4
me, no
years,
fear, I must climb it.
we've
Never
been
lose
asking
momentum,
ourselves,
long distance,
why
truck
is
drive.
Youngsta
Wings of an eagle, my face is
underrated?
much flyer. Why Jen is shining,
because
do you need a sun
he's
visor?
colored?
I'm the
Or
young
is it
youngster, all
because
the youngsters
he's from
admire.
Cape Town?
No prison records, but I do have some priors. Raised hard, couldn't show
Youngsta
weakness,
is not
so
supposed-
kind.
Youngsta should- Youngsta should be bigger than-
Watch how you speak, say my name.
the negative money is actually funny. You think you above me? I am
We know,
Youngsta. I will shoot at all of you pussies.
The industry.
Lambo, hiding it Kembo, loving it Ethlo. I'm here with Shane, Cape Tony and Venmo. We let the slave chains hang like it was Django. Watch it to the end, that's for life. The eagle is landing, we take flight. I seen your car, seen my bike. Yeah, he's a mongoose and he might bite. I be in the streets like we on strike.
Okay, so you said you like the song, right?
I love this song.
You love the song. Okay, give me your pointers. Why you like the song? Take it away.
The punchlines.
The punchlines, okay?
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And Youngsta, man. I mean, okay. Shane is from my cousin.
Yeah.
Shane, I know they don't like it. They don't like calling it Tembisa, but Rubber Rich is in Tembisa.
Tembisa, man.
It's Tembisa.
Tembisa, man.
Like, he's from my cousin. I like Shane, but
Is it because of the gassy common factor?
it's not because of the gassy common factor. When I hear Shane, I hear similarities to Nasty. Right.
Okay.
With Shane.
Okay.
But then when it comes to Youngsta, Youngsta is a different animal.
I want to say this. Let's just cut to the chase.
Yeah.
This guy, he's like an STC. He doesn't have any identity.
Shane.
Ego, right?
Yeah, okay.
Let's talk about the song. All right. Let's start with Youngsta because that's the easy part. Youngsta, he had two flows. All right. He had the flow that I'm going to talk about with Lega Shin Ego. And then we're going to talk about the second part. It's his flow.
Yeah.
The gassy,
Capstart.
Western Cape type of flow. Right. This song is a carbon copy, right, of a Drake song. Right. Now I've got a problem with Shane Eagle. Shane Eagle started off sounding like J. Cole. In some spaces was called J. Cole Light. Right? Now, since Drake is the main man, and that's the sound that we're going with, the cadence, the flow, it's all Drake. Take nothing away from the song. I like the song. Right? But one thing I know about music, the little I know about music, is that you need to have an identity, right? Youngsta, while I was off camera, you said Youngsta is not respect. I respect people that know music and people that respect hip hop. Respect Youngsta, right? You cannot point out what is a Shane Eagle sound. And Shane Eagle, at some stage, he's very close with the guys, J. Cole stable, Dreamville, right? Okay, cool. But you are still there and you don't have your own distinct sound. You are biting into what they're doing there.
The label boss is doing.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. He's got the same problem that Nasty C has. Understand? The people that are rapping from Yokasi or wherever he's from don't sound like that.
Yeah.
Because that will mean that they were sounding like J. Cole and then he changes to Drake. This is a pure Drake track.
He's from the same Kasi as
Understand?
Touchline.
Understand? But Touchline is got some unique, distinct sound. This guy sounds like a Drake. Do you understand? So what I'm saying is, I love the song, but at some stage, you're gonna have to put your flag on something and be something, and stop copying what is popping. You understand?
So basically, the same as we would say to make G and Joe Biden.
No, man. No. Look. Talk about that. Just and simply, I don't want to have a big debate about 100%. It. There's structures to every industry, right? There's a podcast structure, which we've been always talking about, that you have to find elements with what happens, all right? But the content and how you deliver your content, right? That's what makes you unique. That's what people come back for. to listen. Oh, I like not only the views, right, that corporate is saying, but how he tells those views, right? So Umek G has got that side sorted out, which is fair. Look, if you're a young soccer player, you look up to Messi, you're gonna try and do the dribbles like Messi.
Yes.
But as you grow up, you're gonna find your way in how to do it. Understand? And that's where I'm saying Usain Eagle has been in the game for 6-7 years, right?
A couple of years,
right? He's getting approaching the OG status, but you still don't know his sound because he started sounding off like J. Cole. Now on this track, is sounding like Drake. Do you understand? The song is good. I like it. It's the flavor of the month. That's how music is done now, Drake way. But I'm not sure. I'm still waiting for the real Shane Eagle. Let me put it that way.
What is his thing? What is his identity?
Exactly.
As they say in America, what's your deal, man?
Yeah.
What's your deal?
I understand. And talking about identity, I don't know if you guys heard. I'm probably going to talk more about this because I actually listened to the album, right? The new album, which is an EP from A-Reese, right? A-Reese on Friday, he drops it's called Today's Tragedy, Tomorrow's Memory. Okay. Now, I think we did a podcast and I said, this guy needs to do something else rather than what he's doing. All the songs were sounding the same, right? And also the messaging was like, you understand? The guy is talented. I'll give him that. And I was pleasantly surprised with this Today's Tragedy, Tomorrow's Memory. It is good. It is good because it's actually rap. That's the first stuff.
What was he doing before?
There's some singing.
Something.
And I said, it's actually rap. And I think talk about coming from the Shane Eagle thing, he has found his identity. Okay. He doesn't sound American. He doesn't sound like Kasi.
He sounds hip hop though.
He sounds like hip hop. Yeah, he has himself.
But locally, because we are a local fan.
And is himself. The messaging there, we had a long talk again last year, I think, where you were speaking about Uguti, he appeals to the destitutes and the people that are not being looked after, right? What I like about this, and I agreed with you, what I like about this one is that he just doesn't leave it there. He actually raps about giving hope. Tomorrow is going to be better. In the morning, the sun will rise. You know, there are those rhymes there. And that shows growth. Of course, you can cater to that market who feel the world is shit, but you need to grow and give positiveness. If your material is growing, the guy is making money. He's not struggling anymore. So he needs to give hope to his market who have stuck by him. One of the most craziest fans that you can meet in hip-hop in SA are A-Reese fans. These guys, last year he dropped 3 singles. They were like, for me, average to pop, right? But, dude, you can believe it was Drake dropping. They love the guy. And I was waiting.
Support commercially though, as in they would download songs, they would buy songs.
They support him. He's
big online.
He's not big on radio. He's big online. They love him. They love him. Understand? And that's why I said those tracks gave me this idea, Guti. His ideas about the music and the ideas that he wants to put through had hit the ceiling. And when this comes, I was like, damn, the boy is showing growth because even the content, what he's giving to his core audience that have stuck with him is now more than just the world is fucked. You know, it's crap and everything like that. So I loved it. I hope you guys get to listen to it. I really, really love it. And
I'm gonna listen.
Yeah, no, it's proper.
I still need to listen.
Look, I'm older than the guy, but I'm older than the guy.
But you identify with what he said.
He's talking worldview topics where you can, even myself, I can say, you know what, today was bad, but tomorrow is going to be better.
Tomorrow is gonna be.
Do you understand? And he's putting it in a way. There's a part where he's referencing his old homie who's died or something like that. So
I think it's the first track.
Yeah. But listen to it. It's really a dope. For me, the quality of the music and the quality of the sound that is on this, it should have been an album. Mixtape just takes it a notch down. No, seriously, that's how good it is.
Yeah.
That's how good it is. You understand? So
I'm gonna listen to it.
yeah. Then the question is when the album comes, which is called what?
Didn't they say it's Paradise 2?
Yeah, Paradise 2. When Paradise 2 comes, if this is a mixtape, how does Paradise 2 sound?
Listen, you're gonna get a banger.
No. Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. Shout out to Aries. This is dope. And thanks for everyone for tuning in, man. Please like. I always forget that. Please like, subscribe, and comment.
Hit that notification bell.
Yeah.
Niggas.
Yeah, this is us for now, man. Cheers. Out.
Out there.